I think today, in order to get even close to the stimulus that is really designed for part one. I mean, part two should be fine as long as
Yeah.
you've got some kind of kettlebell or dumbbell that you
Yep.
can clean and jerk. But part one, I mean, we're gonna have to do some kind of squat. So whether or not we're gonna have to modify the number of reps, or I mean, figure out, because back squatting is probably not going to be an option unless you're somebody that has a barbell and set up at home. And I don't believe, hey, Nicole, I don't believe you guys have that. So if it were me doing it at home, I'd probably try to do some sort of dumbbell squat or kettlebell squat. So we could talk about possibly doing, if you had dumbbells, again, you've got what, a kettlebell?
I got to what I did. I have two options that I brought out. One, I have a band, so I went through the handle, and I thought I could almost kind of drape it on my back, sort of hold it over my back. I don't know. And then the other thing I have is I stuffed a book bag full of rocks. And I thought I could kind of wear that maybe and do some squats. I don't know.
Okay, so that, if you could have a weighted backpack, I mean, that would be they'd be essentially weighted air squats. I mean, it doesn't have to be, if you had, for example, if you had two dumbbells, for part two, you really only need one because it's one at a time. If you had two dumbbells, holding them here on the side would be close enough. You don't have to necessarily have it behind your head.
Right.
I'd like to try to avoid a front squat or a goblet squat, but that could certainly be an option. I'd really like to try and do some form of a weighted squat. So whether or not it's in the back rack, on the a neutral rack, which would be dumbbells above your shoulders, or even a front rack, then that would be fine as long as we've got some weight. You can use a band for squats as well. I don't know what gauge band you have there.
It's a really thick one because I got it for the kids because they like to jump on.
So it's probably too big. It's probably too big to set up in an actual squat, where you put it on your feet and on your back. I've done squats with before, but I think that gauge is probably too thick.
I've got some thin ones too. I didn't think about that. I could do that. Yeah, I don't. My brain had only gotten to trying to use it in place of the bar.
Let me just show you what I mean.
Yeah, I do have some lower gauge bands too, so I could do that too.
So I'm grabbing my little green band here. So if I had this band, which is the at the gym, it's the blue one.
Yeah, I've got one of those. Yeah, I've got one of those.
Let me just give it a shot. I haven't done these in a while, but you kind of do them you're setting up to do banded good mornings.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
So I'm holding it. I'll do it from the side. I'm holding it here. As I squat down, it's like that.
Okay.
These are obviously way more challenging than air squats.
Oh, yeah.
They're banded. And then you get out of it, coming down, drop your head, come out like that. Certainly an option. It'd be kind of like a banded body weight squat.
Well, I could put on the book bag and do that.
I mean, I would start with just the band.
Okay.
See,
I'll do that.
I mean, because you could go to, it's every 2.5 minutes. So, I mean, you could pretty much do any number you want as long as you're getting the stimulus. So, I mean, we could jump that up to 10 reps every 2.5 minutes. So if you want to do that, I've seen Nicole, she's got a band. Hers is a thinner band than mine. So again, that's going to work for Nicole. It does sort of push you forward a little bit. So you do have to, Nicole, you do have to sort of fight to make sure that you keep your chest upright, because when you have your band like that, it kind of forces you into wanting to do a good morning. So you kind of want to push your chest down. So if you fight it, and again, I'll demo, I get into it, I get my feet, come down into a spot, put it over my head, stand up with a flat back. I like to take my palms and put them under the band so that way it keeps it kind of behind me. All right, and then when I push the band back this way, it allows me to have my chest up so it's kind of like a back squat. I don't want to let it take me forward this way. I want to keep my elbows in front of the band from here, pushing back. That way it keeps the weight sort of on my backside. Down, up, down, and up. So how did that feel when you tried that, Nicole?
Well, so it's a red band, so it's a pretty light band.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at squatting in general, and so like I was thinking maybe goblet squats would be
okay. So that'd be fine. I mean, again, the fact that it's a weighted. Whoa! Did you see that?
Yeah, just a little.
Shot it towards the camera. No, so Miriam, that looked good. The only thing I would tell you to do is try to grab hold of the band. So rather than just letting it drape down your shoulder, try to take your palms, place it inside the band.
Right. Okay, now that makes sense. Yeah.
Now I'm holding the band as if it was a barbell on my back rack.
Got it.
And I can also take my arms and use it to keep the band behind me when I'm holding it. So I elbows here, push my elbows out wide. Now that's going to control the band behind me. Okay, so goblet squat, Nicole. If you're going to do that, then it's pretty straightforward. Obviously, you can just, you got a kettlebell or a dumbbell? I see both. So as I was envisioning this for you guys, I was just trying to think of, and I think banded air squats, Miriam, is a great idea. You just may need to up the number of reps depending on how they make you feel. But for goblet squats, totally fine. You also may want to up the reps only because what I think they're going to tell folks at the gym is with your back squat, maybe the first round, be conservative. But by the time you get to that fifth round, it's supposed to be a weight where the last 1 or 2 reps is, it's like borderline like being able to make it. Now, you guys might not get there with that stimulus because you're not on a barbell, and you've got a goblet squat, but I still want you to go to the point where the last rep is like, tough. Not just like do 5, you're fine, put it down. You probably could have done double the number if you had chosen to. I want you to go.
What's the prescribed number?
5. It's only 5.
Okay. So I'm going to do 15.
Yeah. I mean, and that for you guys, you need to adjust that number based on the stimulus that you're adding with the weight. So 15, I mean, you're still doing every 2.5 minutes. So 15 is totally doable. You can do 15 squats in, 30 to 30 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds. So you're still going to have a full 2 minutes of recovery in between sets. Okay.
So Adam, of the two, I mean, I have my kettlebell. Of the two, which is better, the banded back squat or the goblet squat?
If I were you, if you feel like that band adds a challenge to you, then I would say play with that. I mean, it's something different.
Why not, right? Why not?
You haven't done before. And like Nicole's doing, she's going to start with 15 and then she's going to assess how that makes her feel after the first round. And then we'll go to the second round and see if she stays with 15 or if she drops it down to 12 or 10 or, maybe she goes to 20. I don't know. But we're going to want to feel like that was a tough set because if we're waiting.
How many rounds?
5 rounds. 5 rounds of 5 reps. Yep. And then part 2 today, and I was actually going to let you guys decide which part to do first because in the gym, half the class is going to start with the back squat and the other half is going to start with the part 2, and then they're going to flip flop because that allows them to use the racks so that they're not sharing the racks. But I think if I was doing this, I would want to start with the squats and then do the clean and jerks second. So assuming that that's okay with you guys, we'll just stick with that order.
It's fine with me. Yeah.
And it's the same. So part 2, you're going to do 20 reps every 2.5 minutes. You're going to do 10 clean and jerks with the right arm and then 10 clean and jerks with the left arm. So that's going to take a little bit more time, but you're still going to have a good 90 seconds, probably 90 seconds for a rest interval on those 5 rounds.
Yeah, that's going to be hard with.
Yeah, that'll be a very hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. The cool thing about that is you could do like 10 with one arm, and then you could take like a 30-second break and then do 10 with the other arm, and then you'd still have a minute break before you started round 2. All right, so we've talked it through. We'll make this work. It's Friday, so whatever happens, happens. That's my motto. All right, so let's do a pretty just a pretty basic hit the shoulders, the legs, the hips. Let's start out with our standard jumping jacks and our high knees. Or if you want to do, Nicole, if you want to do some step ups, I'll since you have a box there, jumping jacks, and then do a round of step up. So give me 20 jumping jacks, or if you want to do the side to side lateral jumps, and then after that, do a set of step ups. So Miriam, I'll have you do a set of high knees there. And then Miriam, I'm gonna ask you to do a set of lunges, and I'm gonna ask Nicole to do a set of step ups. So there you go, step on out, alternating lunges. We're gonna do 5 on each leg. Nice job. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna set up in our squat stance, and we're gonna do our hamstring stretch. We're gonna bend it on over, drop those hips down. Keep those hips up, drop the head down, and then we're just gonna sway left and right, just so we're sort of hitting both sides. We're gonna hang out here for a few minutes. I want you to release the tension in your lower back. Think about the crown of your head. Both of you guys have your crown of your head pointing forward. If you want to drop your spine a little bit, drop your head down just a little bit so that the crown of your head faces the ground, just to try to relax into this. Okay, now when I say go, I want you to lift your chest and drop your hips. So hold on to those toes, pull yourselves down into your squat. Go ahead and do that. All right, now use those elbows to drive those knees out and rock heel to toe. Keep the tension in your hamstrings. When I get down into a squat position like that, a lot of times I release my hamstrings and I'm kind of just like hanging out down there. So I'd rather us keep everything tight as if we were going to squat at a moment's notice. So keep everything fired, Miriam. That looks good. Try to put those heels down. I know when I'm in that position, my heels come up a little bit. So try to think about rocking back to get those heels down. All right, grab your toes, send your hips skyward, drop your head again. You can lock your knees out, or you can just come just short of that. I'm good either way. You should feel a little looser this time. Maybe your lumbar spine is a little bit looser. Rock left and right. All right, pull ourselves back down into the squat again. All right, this time, right hand on the floor next to your right foot, and you're just gonna reach the fingertips of the left hand up towards the ceiling, opening that chest, up, and switch.
I'm so bad at this.
Yep, I know. These are not, especially when you've got dogs licking your face, but you gotta make it work. All right, now back to center. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise our hands up and then stand up. All right, now it's time for just a set of good old air squats. We're gonna do 8 reps below parallel, keeping all the tension in our hamstrings throughout. Don't bottom out, but still get as low as you can. Stand and squeeze. It's gonna be the same thing. Going back to basics with the squat today, hips going back, knees staying behind the toes, knees going out, chest up. We're gonna breathe. Take a big breath at the top. Keep that tight belly full of air on the way down. You can exhale on the way up, or once you reach the top of the squat. All right, let's play with our shoulders a little bit. All right, so we're gonna be chest deep in water. All right, keep my hands up here. I don't wanna keep them down here. Up, and I'm gonna cross my body, arm over arm. So it's left over right, right over left. Just trying to open that chest. Get those shoulders moving. All right, now we're gonna send the thumbs back behind us. So Standing up here. Got my thumbs to the back, and then my palms to the ceiling. So it's thumbs back here, palms up here. This hits my shoulders. This hits my traps. This hits my chest. I want you to do 10 of each. So 10 above your head and 10 behind.
I'll be right back, Adam. I need to get someone some breakfast, but
No worries.
But you keep doing your thing.
Keep doing our thing.
Oh, the dog's trying to eat the band.
Oh, yummy. All right, so let's play, Nicole. Let's play since Miriam's not here. Let's play with some box squats, okay? So box squats are where you're gonna stand on your squat, stand right in front of your box. I'm gonna use my little seat here. Okay, you're not gonna go quite as low as me, only because your box is taller than I am. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down slowly. We're gonna tap the box, but we're not gonna sit on the box. I'm not sitting. I'm just gonna tap the box and pause for 3, 2, 1, and stand. So it's almost like you wanna hit your butt to the box, but you're not, you're just trying to stay in contact. You're not trying to sit down. Now you wanna do 3, 2, 1. So it's really just there to cue you that you've touched it, but you're really not sitting on it. You're gonna do 10 of those with a 3-second pause. That should be pretty tough. If you're holding for a full 3 seconds and keeping everything tight, by doing it on a box. So what we're doing now is I'm just playing with some box squats. If you want to use that picnic table, we're squatting down. We're not sitting down. We're just literally making contact with our butt and the bench, and we're staying there for 3 seconds and then standing up. So it's almost like you're just barely tapping. 3, 2, 1, and then standing up. We're gonna do 10 reps. The good thing about box squats is they keep you consistent. Every single rep, you're gonna go the exact same distance. Like sometimes when we squat, you know, one squat is a little deeper than the next squat, and then the next one is a little not so deep. When you're doing box squats, you're gonna hit the same position on every one, so it's good for consistency.
No, I remember when we used to do these a lot at the gym.
Yeah, no, it's been years since I've done one. Once we finish those, okay, what I'd like to do now is our little pelican stretch. I know this one requires a little bit of balance. I just want you to take your knee, pull it up or to the side, either way. We're gonna hold for 10 seconds. If we fall out, we're just gonna touch our foot to the floor and we're gonna get back into it. From the side, there you go, Nicole, that looks good. You can hold your shin. I just want you to pull it up nice and high. Count backwards from 10. Switch sides, give me the other one.
Seems like that should be called the flamingo stretch.
Oh, I thought I said pelican. I called it flamingo yesterday when I did it at the gym. Thank you for, it's early. My recall of bird names is definitely lacking.
I've actually never heard it called that before. That's, you know, either one of those. That's funny.
Well, I did mean to say flamingo, but I do think I've seen pelicans stand on one leg, or maybe I'm making that up. Have you ever seen that or no? I don't know. I know they have those big beaks. All right. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and try a warm-up set before we start our actual working set. Okay? So for whatever we're going to do, I think, Nicole, you landed on goblet squats.
Yes.
Okay, and that's a heavy kettlebell. So 15 is definitely aggressive. So we're gonna see how they feel. On this first set, I don't want you to go for I just want you to go lighter. I want like maybe 5 reps just to sort of see if that number 15 is gonna be doable.
It's gonna be hard. I've got a 30-pound dumbbell, so I may end up switching.
Well, either that or just don't do 15, do 8 or do 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you decide because 5 is what's asked for at the gym, but I want you guys to have that last rep be tough. Like you're probably not gonna get to the point where like you might not make it. Like it's hard to go to failure with bands and with kettlebells and stuff. So that's fine. But I want it to be like that wasn't easy. You know, that's sort of the idea. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Miriam. Give me a set of about 8, or actually just give me 5 since you're using that band. I want you to really just practice getting your hands under the band, using those elbows to keep your chest up. So I think you've got your hands backwards, Miriam. I want you to try to flip your hands as if you were holding a barbell. Yep, that's it. Just like that. Pretend the band is a barbell on your back. So you're pressing those elbows out. Yep. There you go. Good. Let me see those squats. There you go. And you're going to have to fight to keep your chest up, but I like it. That looked good. Nice. Your range of motion is really good. You're getting your hips right to parallel. Good. And then drop the head down. And then, yep, there you go. Just like that. So the one, I think one thing you could tweak just a little bit is once you're in it, I take it and I really try to push the weight back. It's almost like I'm like showing my t-shirt, my chest, because the further back I go, if I'm here, it makes me want to round my spine. By really trying to expand my chest, now I've got that weight behind me. So I'm really going to fight for that. Down and up, and I'm pushing back with my arms, and I drop it down. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to start part 1. We're going to be flexible. We're going to make changes on the fly if we need to. Go as many reps as you think give you a good stimulus. So I'm not going to even try to land on a number until I see how you guys are feeling. Picking a number on this first set is kind of arbitrary anyway. So let's just see how we go. And then we're going to have 2.5 minutes. Again, that's what I'm focusing on because that's a lot of rest and recovery. So you can really go longer than you probably want to. But that's the idea. So let me get my timer here set for 2:30 intervals, because that'll work for part 1 and for part 2 today. So go ahead and grab whatever you need. We'll start in hopefully 30 seconds once I can get my timer set up here. Ooh, look, it was already set for 5 intervals of 2:30. The last time I used my timer, we must have had the exact same rep scheme. That's pretty fortuitous. Okay, so are we good? Thumbs up. All right, so we're gonna start the first round in 3, 2, 1, go. I want you to go as long as you think you can. You're still gonna have plenty of time to rest. Good. Both of you guys' form looks excellent. Hips back, knees out, chest up. Stay with it. Nice work. You guys are rocking it. There you go. Both of you guys still have 95 seconds of rest. So you go ahead and take a seat. Think about how that felt. I really don't have much of any comments or criticisms or critiques for your form. Both of your guys' form was really good. Nicole, I like how you really kept that kettlebell up. It didn't sort of droop down a little by little, which is what happens a lot of times with goblet squats. So continue that into rounds 2 through 5. We still got 60 seconds.
I was doing these yesterday.
Oh, really?
And Kristen said that I was collapsing down instead of controlling it down.
Okay.
And I got fatigued. You know, I started leaning forward.
Okay. I did not notice. I think you might have made that correction because I actually was looking at that. I was looking at your tempo on the way down, and it looked to me like you were controlling. Did you feel like you were trying to focus on that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, well, I know I do that. I do that a lot with, with front squats. I feel like I kind of just like let the weight take me down instead of me taking the weight down, which is not good. But I do the opposite with like overhead squats. I'm actually too slow on the way down, and I think that has to do with like stability issues. Like when I go down an overhead squat, I'm like down, 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 and then when I get to the bottom, then I come out quick, but it's still slow. All right, next round. Let's get up. 2, 1. All right, here we go. Round 2. I've got a dog tail blocking the screen. There we go. Good. I like kettlebell right underneath your chin. Nice, Miriam. I like how you've got that. I like those banded bodyweight squats. There you go. I was actually gonna make that comment, Miriam, when you finished to tell you to do that with your elbow. So I'm glad you picked up on that. Good work, Nicole. How many was that?
15.
Nice. Nice work. You guys are nailing this. Doing squats for like a full minute. Miriam, you even went more than a minute. I like that.
Well, that banded ones, I've never done this before. They're actually not. They're kind of tough.
Yeah. It's kind of like a slow burn. Like
Yeah.
like it's like it's not bad, and then it's like okay, now it's starting to get a little bit more. Did you feel a difference when you put that band? Because then when you had the band behind your arm, you're able to get it sort of out of the way.
Much better, yeah.
Cool. All right, so that's 2 rounds. We got 3 to go. When we get on to part 2, I'll just go ahead and just mention it. All the ones in part 2 are going to be from the hang, not from the floor. So you're going to deadlift your weight up on one side, and then we're just going to do that dip, clean, and then once we get the dumbbell or kettlebell up to our shoulder, then we're going to jerk it and stand it up. That's going to be 1 rep. You're going to do all 10 on your right arm. Then you can take a mini break in between, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And it's still going to be every 2:30. All right, next round, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stay with it. That's it. Nice, Nicole. Good job. Go ahead, take a seat. That's 3 rounds. Want you guys to be feeling it by now. Nice, Miriam. Good. 1 minute until round 4. What was yesterday's workout where you were doing goblet squats? I'm trying to.
I was doing them instead of box step-ups because I had tweaked my back the day before, and I just
Got it.
easier to control.
She did a much worse workout.
Yeah. Well, here I am making you do box step-ups right out of the gate today, not realizing.
Yeah, my back's okay now.
It is? Okay, good.
Yeah.
What'd you do for the running piece yesterday? Did you do the side steps?
Yes.
Gotcha.
And mountain climbers.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, this is round 4. Don't fixate on the number. I'm not as concerned about the number as I am with the stimulus. Excellent. Good stuff. Good, Miriam. That's it, Nicole. 90 seconds rest. You see that the high temperature today is like low 80s? Thought we had like a streak of like some crazy number, like 30 or 35 days in a row where we've hit 90.
Yeah, it's been so hot.
So today is going to be the first time we don't hit 90. And I can't say that upsets me.
Yeah, it is already very muggy though outside because of the rain.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine for today. I mean, I don't mind. I'd like to get some rain, to be honest.
Oh yes, we need it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure if you have a lawn, I'm sure your grass probably definitely needs it.
Our grass is mostly weeds, but we have a big garden, and so
yeah,
we need the rain.
What kind of stuff do you have in your garden?
Oh, all sorts of stuff: tomatoes, loofahs, beans, cucumbers.
Oh,
grapes.
Wow.
Strawberries.
Have you ever tried to grow any kind of like peppers?
Yeah, oh yes, we have pepper plants. We have
I've always thought if I had a garden, I would want to do like some kind of like hot peppers. And, like,
oh yeah, for sure. And there's some really pretty ornamental peppers that we like that are just really pretty.
Nice. All right, 5 seconds. This is the last set, so you can add a couple reps if you want. Just go for broke. Here we go. 5th round. Keep going, keep going. Got another 20 or 30 seconds in you, maybe. Want those legs feeling a little bit like Jell-O after this round. Good work, consistency, I like it. Good, Nicole. Nice. That's it. Good stuff. Great work, Nicole. Nice. Yeah, you guys both went for an extra 15 seconds on that round. So good stuff. All right. So we made that happen. Good job on the keeping control on the descent there, Nicole. I was focused on that a lot after you made that comment. Looked good. Band's good. All right, so I started talking about part 2. Part 2 is every 2.5 minutes. So we're going to use the same clock, but you're going to be doing 10 reps unless the weight that you have does not facilitate 10 reps, okay? So for somebody who had a weight that was maybe for me, say I had a dumbbell that was 50 pounds, I might have to scale that back to like 8 or 6 reps, only because 10 might be too many. Or I might be able to do 5, switch arms, 5, back to the first arm, 5, back to the second arm.
That's a good idea.
Then you could do 10 total. If you have a weight that's too heavy, you've got 2.5 minutes. So even switching 5, 5, 5, 5, even with 5 seconds in between, you'd still end up with at least a minute break in between rounds. Okay. So we can be flexible. If you've got a weight that's too light, that's a little more tricky because I don't want you guys having to do like.
That's not a problem for either of us.
Okay, good. There you go. So we don't need to really go there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to demo what this would look like if it were me. So I've got my dumbbells over here. I've got, let's say, I'm going to go 25 pounds. So dial these down, 25. I only need one, obviously, because we're doing one arm at a time. So I've got my 25 pounder here. I'm going to hold it on one side. I always remind people when you've got one arm dumbbell, don't just forget about the other arm. I always try to make a fist, keep it out nice and tight, because what that does is by bracing my opposite hand, it keeps this whole side of my body focused on being tight, as opposed to if I'm just holding my arm like this, my shoulder's loose, everything's loose. If I tighten it down, it also tightens my shoulder, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to inclinate forward. Let me fix my camera angle here just a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna inclinate forward. I'm gonna jump the weight up. Notice I caught it in a partial squat. Now I can either stand it up and then start my jerk, or I could catch here and then immediately go to my jerk, okay? So that's kind of like what we call a clerk, because it's a clean and a jerk squished together. So what that means is when I catch the weight in the partial squat, I treat that partial squat as my dip. So then I extend, catch, and stand at speed. 1, back down. 2, all right? Or I can stand it up, get my bearings, and then dip, drive, press, and stand. Notice my arm, I always like to keep my arm out to the side. I think it helps keep me balanced. Then I'm gonna switch hands, same thing other side, hips back from the side, hips back, opening my hips, cleaning that dumbbell up to my shoulder, jumping it up, standing it up. Bicep is right by my ear, keeping that weight close on the way down. I can go right into the next rep. Notice what I did there. I dropped the weight to my ear, and then I went down to my next one, okay? I didn't come down here and then starting my next one, which would be okay if I chose to do it that way. But I like to tie them together by going down into my next rep. So here, up, back down, second rep, here, catch, stand. All right? So before we start doing the full movement, let's just warm up a little bit. So let's go ahead and do 8 single arm deadlifts with each arm, okay? So you're gonna take that, I keep that other arm out there nice and tight or slightly behind like Miriam, I like that. Squeeze your butt at the top. Think about opening your hips quickly, because the faster we open our hips, the easier it is to jump our dumbbell up to the rack position. All right, once you've done 8 deadlifts, you can put it back down on the ground. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean our weight up to our right shoulder, and we're just going to do 4 strict press. So we're not dipping yet, just 4. I'm keeping the
One
number
arm?
low. Go ahead.
With one arm?
Yes, if that's too heavy, you can do 2 arms. So you can do, if you can't do 1 arm, although I think you should be able to do it, because if we're going to be able to do the clean and jerk with 1 arm, it needs to be a weight that we can move. I just want you to do a couple reps, so 3 is fine. We can switch hands. There you go. Oh, I like that, Miriam, the assist. There you go. If you want to give me a little push press, Miriam, that's fine.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this
fine.
at all.
That just means you got a heavy weight. So in the workout today, maybe 10 is, maybe we're going to do.
Oh, there's no way. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we're going to do 3 and 3. So
Okay.
3 right arm, 3 left arm, 3 right arm, 3 left arm.
Yeah.
I mean, we can definitely be flexible on that. But I do think that you'll find the jerk to be easier than the strict press. All right, now what we're gonna do once Miriam finishes her set, now we're just gonna focus on the clean. Okay, so we're just gonna pick those weights up. Before we pick them up, though, I'm gonna demo. So what I'm looking for here is 1 arm. So I'm gonna start with my right arm. All right, I'm gonna send the hips back. When I say go, catching the partial squat, wait for me to say stand, stand, stand. All right, so all I'm gonna say is go and stand. I'm gonna above the knee, go, wait for me to say stand. It's gonna look like this. Above the knee, go, stand, reset. All right, we're gonna do just a couple reps on each side. We're just working the clean. The commands are gonna be above the knee, clean, or go and stand. All right, here we go. Let's send those hips back. Go ahead and deadlift it up for me, Miriam. All right, above the knee. Go above the knee, Miriam. Send those hips back. And go. And stand it up. Good, waiting for me, Nicole. Reset. We're gonna do 2 more on this arm. Above the knee. Go. Stand. 1 more time, reset. Above the knee. Go. Stand. Good. Put the weight down. Shake the arm out. Get ready for the other side. All right, let's go ahead and deadlift it up on the other side. Same thing we did. We're going to do 3 together. Above the knee. Go. Stand. Good. 2 more. Reset. Above the knee. Go. Stand. Nice work. Last one. Reset. Above the knee. Go. Stand. Good. Weight down. All right. So that's a heavy weight, Miriam. You're gonna make it work. Whatever you need to do. I like how you got the other arm to sort of use as a stabilizer.
Yeah, I don't have a choice. I know that takes a smidge of the weight off, but otherwise I'm gonna need plastic surgery at the end of the day.
Yeah. No. So let's just think about it. Do 3 with 1 arm and then 3 with the other. I'm going to be interested to see how this next piece goes. Like when you do the jerks. I mean, I know you've got the strength to get that up there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
If you use the other hand to stabilize. But what we're going to do this time is we're going to do 3 jerks. Okay, so we're going to clean the weight up to our shoulder, and then we're going to do 3 jerks if we can, all without coming down. So what it's going to look like, I'm going to clean my weight up. I'm going to say dip, go, stand, reset, dip, go, stand. Same thing, dip, go, stand, and then we're done. All right, so we're doing the 3 jerks without bringing the weight down to the hang.
Hey Adam, we're getting like really late in the class session, just FYI.
Yeah, we need. Well, we've got 15 minutes, and we're not. There's no. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I've got it. The 2.5 minutes for 5 rounds only takes 12, so we'll be right on time. Go ahead and dip. No, up here, Nicole. We're doing the jerk. And go. stand. Good. Reset. Dip. Go. Stand. Last one. Dip. Go. Stand. Switch hands. Same thing on this side. I know this is a heavier weight, guys, so we're going to do less reps, obviously. Dip. Go. Yep. Keep that arm close. Dip. Go. Last one. Reset. I like how you're using that opposite hand to help the weight down, Nicole. Dip. Go. And stand. All right, weights down. So what I'm seeing here, this is what I suggest. You guys take it or leave it. I suggest we scale the numbers down just a little bit, and I suggest we do alternating. So not alternating 1, 1, 1. But what I like to see is 3 right arm, 3 left arm, 3 right arm, 3 left arm. So for a total of 6 reps, but we're only gonna do 3 on an arm at a time. I think that is gonna work for both of you guys. You guys are both using a weight that's heavier than you're used to. That's still gonna give us plenty of time to do it. So what I'd like to see right now before we start the clock, I'd like to see you do 3 with each arm, okay? So go ahead, give me 3 hanging clean and jerks with your left arm, and then 3 hanging clean and jerks with your right arm. Good. That was excellent, Nicole. Let's see, Miriam. Good. Jump it up. Good. That's good. Helping with the stabilization. There we go. I think 3 is going to be a workable number based on what I'm seeing here. Good. Good. All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start that clock, and I'm going to let you guys be flexible with this. So if you need to cut that down to 2 reps, maybe the first round is 3, second round on the arm is 2, whatever works. You guys are working with a heavy weight, so just know that, and we're going to be good with that, okay? So I'm going to set the clock. First round, I got 2:30 on the clock. Go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1. That's it. Good, Nicole. Keep that lower back nice and tight. Good. Good. Back to the other hand. You still have plenty of time. You still got 1:45. Nice. Good, Nicole. That's it, Miriam. Keep that chest upright on that dip. Good work. Good work. 90 seconds.
I think I'm going to have to stick with just 3 on each side, Adam.
Perfect. That's a heavy weight. So
that gets me to 2 minutes to 90 seconds rest on each side, or total. So I think that's what you're aiming for, approximately.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision. All right, shake the arms out. Going again in 55 seconds. Sometimes it's good to play with heavier than you're really used to. I mean, we get kind of complacent or overly confident when we just use the same lighter dumbbell and we can control it, which is good. But sometimes it's good to step outside of your comfort zone and realize that you've got a little bit of a stabilization issue. And I think you're both really good at realizing what you need to do to help stabilize, because you're both using that opposite hand to help you bring it down. And I think you just instinctively sort of know what to do there. So I'm okay with letting you go a little heavier than you probably otherwise would. So we do less reps. by all means, it's still going to get you good stimulus today with a heavier weight, even if you're only doing 3 to 6 reps. All right, here we go. Next round in 3, 2, 1. Nice. That's it. Try to get that bicep right by that ear at the top. Good work, Nicole. Okay, 2 minutes. Nice job. Good work. So even with less reps, guys, you guys are still working for most of 90 seconds. So nice job. We got just under a minute before we do it again. That's 2. We got 3 more rounds. We got 7 more minutes.
Mommy's not done yet. Mommy's not done.
All right, we're going again in 30 seconds. Really focus on using those legs to jump the weight up so that you're sort of doing less work with your shoulder. You're just stabilizing with your shoulder, and you're really just imagining you're kind of launching that dumbbell or kettlebell off of your shoulders with your quads. That's the muscle group. Okay, here we go. We're going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Nice job.
Oh.
There you go. Good. Good stabilization there, Miriam. Good. I like that. Excellent. I like the patience you had on that. Good. Stand it up. Get it in good position. Dip. Drive. Lock out. Beautiful. Good, Nicole. All right. That's 3 rounds down. You're almost there. Just under a minute. All right, 2 more rounds left. Twenty seconds. All right, here we go. We're going for round 4 in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice job. Good work. That's it. Stay with it. 90 seconds. Good work. We went for a full 90 seconds on that, Nicole. Great work. All right, last break. Last break, last set.
Miriam doing 45 pounds.
How much is that, Miriam? 35 or 45?
45.
Oh,
45.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Well, and that's why I can only do 3 on each side. So,
Well,
but I will say, since the beginning of the pandemic, like I've been working with this one kettlebell, and I am slowly seeing a lot of improvements.
yeah, like, could you imagine trying to do that, like in April?
March? No,
March.
no way. No.
Awesome. The kettlebell ninja. All right, we got 15 seconds. And this is our last round of clean and jerks.
Thank God.
Right. Dude, I'm impressed. I was worried that I wouldn't get my Zoom class a good stimulus today. Here we go.
No, you did a great job.
All right. Let's go for broke here, guys. 7:29. Land right on 7:30. You owe me a 1 minute of plank, but we can do that after, or you can do it at some point when you have time. They went super short with the core today just because they knew it was a lot of work. 2 minutes. Although you won't need it. Finish the set. Good. Nice job. Couple more reps, Nicole. Here we go. Nice work. Nice work. Great job. All right. So if I was at the gym, I would make you spray everything down, but that's the best part about Zoom class.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to spray everything down. All right, so if you want to do your plank, I know it's 7:31, so you can do 1 minute of plank. It doesn't have to be all in one set. If you want to do it now, you can do it later. Whatever.
I'm gonna sign off.
Yep, there
Thanks,
you go.
Adam.
Yeah, great job today, Nicole. Good job
Nicole.
outside of the box.
Bye, Miriam. Have a good
Bye.
weekend, guys.
You too.
Bye. See you Monday.
Thanks, Adam, for helping us figure all that out.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. It was like a little bit of challenge to see how to get the right stimulus, but I think you guys did an excellent job.
No, and you know, Zoom class has its issues, but I feel like we're a pretty flexible group.
Yeah, for sure. You guys know what works for you. So
we'll try different things. Well, thanks so much, Adam. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Day.
Okay, bye-bye.